This might be one of the scenes I'm most proud of that a WayHaught scene that we've done.
You can see the love. You can see it
You
already.
can.
It's crazy.
Is that what I think it is, little lady?
This was my first scene ever with Melanie Scrofano. This is just incredible.
Let your freak flag fly free.
My gosh, Tim, look how different you look, eh?
Oh yeah,
It's
full
amazing
Western
to see Doc's
gear.
progression, yeah.
I just love the look we share at the end, and when I'll get closer and closer to her as the scene progresses, we inch toward each other, and the look she gives me at the end is incredible. This was 2 weeks into filming, and this was my first scene with Melanie Scrofano, because I did all my Bobo stuff first. So I didn't even, the show that we were on, I didn't know what it was yet, because I had done all my Bobo stuff. And then it was like 2 weeks later, this scene right here where I understood. Also my audition scene.
No way, really?
Yeah, you always remember those, because those are like, oh,
No,
man, I'm
of
not
course.
stressed, because like I practiced that so many times.
I'm saying crazy runs in the family.
I love that line so much.
My apologies. I did not realize I was speaking with an Earp.
Bonafide.
I just figured you were a prostitute.
Prostitutes get paid for it.
Look at how she handles it from day one. She's just Wynonna Earp, man.
Yeah, totally. And it's hard, too, to get the tone of a show right off the bat.
At this point, I'm honestly thinking, I hope I'm doing Doc Holliday justice, because I knew Val Kilmer so well in my brain that there was this added level of like, but when you're working with Mel, you forget everything. And look, I won't take my eyes off her, because you can't. Mel's too good an actor to break out, to get out of there for a second. This is my favorite
for
part
sure.
ever. This is everything.
Man.
Oh, I know this
Here
look.
we are.
Yeah.
4 years later. Hopefully we still look each other the same way.
I feel like that became the Wynonna look, like it reminds me of the posters, too, from the early seasons.
When I did the Doc Holliday screen test, I read with a lot of Wynonnas, different Wynonnas. But I remember when I left, the one thing that I knew was, I called my wife and said, I think I did okay. But I'll tell you this, if they don't hire that Melanie Scrofano girl, they're crazy. It was evident that she had to be Wynonna Earp. At least to me, anyway. Well, obviously, some other people agree with me. But, yeah.
Hey.
Oh, I know what scene this is. Here we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
This was a great scene, I have to say. And I remember our director, Ron Murphy. I remember he was so, supportive, and we really talked through all the beats that we wanted in the scene, because it's always been super important to Dom and I that we just made the relationship feel super poignant and real, like these characters really genuinely cared about it. It wasn't like a fling, it wasn't just an attraction and then they would kind of separate. That it felt bigger to both of them.
I scare you. Yes you
I love the writing in this scene too, that line. I love this scene too because I think it has a beautiful balance of there's a sexual electricity, but there's also a tenderness in the scene that just came out so beautifully. And that scarf, man.
Oh, you know how many Twitter handles are made just from this one show?
Just for this one shot.
Scarf.
But I remember with Dom, this was the first time we had to really be okay, so what are you comfortable with? How is there anywhere you don't, that actor conversation that you have where you're is there anywhere that you don't want to be touched or you don't like, or anything you don't want me to do? And we sort of agreed on where we were both at, and then the rest was just free reign to kind of improvise around it, which I think I'm really proud of this scene. I think it turned out amazing. I think it has so many elements and so many little twists in it. This might be one of the scenes I'm most proud of a WayHaught scene that we've done. I think encapsulated all the little moments so well written, so well directed.
You can see the love. You can see it already. It's crazy.
Knowing that it was something more than just a girl you found hot. This was no, this person's special.
Hi, Henry.
Oh, this is a life-changing scene, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, gotta go.
Yeah, I should go too.
No,
what happens at the end of this scene is insane. Again, it's
oh yeah, I remember.
It's we keep ending scenes together. Crazy.
Take your hat off.
He's getting serious
when he takes his hat off.
When the hat comes off.
Oh, Melanie's pregnant.
Can't hate the cowboy all the time, guys.
No, you can't. It's such a beautiful scene.
Things have changed since my day regarding male participation in these matters.
She's so good, man. She's just so good.
So good.
For anybody who doesn't know, she was really pregnant here. And in this moment, I feel the baby kick. She knows it, I know it. That's what that smile is the real baby inside her kicking. And both of us looked at each other in that moment. Did you feel it? And she said it was the first kick. It was crazy.
No way.
Yeah, it was crazy. We're filming the thing. She's really
one?
pregnant. And it's the first time she feels the kick. And I put my hand, and it's not scripted for me to touch her belly at the end of the scene. But just as in that moment, you know, we feel right. We're doing the scene. It's Mel and I. And before I leave, I put my hand there, and man, do I feel the kick on my hand. Crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was craziness.
Wow.
The scene affects me even more now because I have a 6-month-old son, so I'm a little. It's even more heavy in the moment. But I think she gave birth like 6 days after we wrapped.
Yeah,
maybe less.
Yeah, like 4. I think.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Insane.
Good writing. This is a good show. This one.
This is good.
I love all our scenes together, honestly, because that's the thing, the dynamic. It can literally go from fighting to kissing in 3 seconds. You know, when she wouldn't let him in the house when he became a vampire.
That scene.
To even film was real tough, you know, because I was only getting the scripts as we went along, and I didn't know where my character was going, and it's hard for me to understand the choices that he's making. It's hard for me myself because I'm such a wimpy, nice guy, you know, to understand some of these choices that my character's making. It's tough. And I hadn't seen Mel in a while, and it's a night shoot, and we do this thing, and I can't get in the house, and you know, I'm watching this character and I'm ashamed. And I remember, again, it's not scripted. My main thing was I was ashamed of those teeth. I remember I tried and cover the teeth in that moment when we're on the porch, and then she wouldn't let me inside. And it was, the tears came so easy because it was like, I was just looking at Wynonna disappointed at me. And to know that I disappointed the woman he loves so much was just crushed me in that moment. I remember I was just like, that was easy to be sad. You can't half-ass it with Mel. You know, you can't just, I'll get in there and say my lines and learn my lines and do my little scene. No, you cannot.
Because her authenticity calls you out on any of your bull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You must
because she's there and she's like, I'm watching you.
Yeah, I'm right here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have some wonderful stuff together.
I'm here.
I'll go get the doctor.
Oh boy. Oh, this was sad.
You give Calamity Jane to Netley, okay? He's gonna pretend he doesn't want her, but he loves that damn cat.
The last thing you say to somebody, and like the fact that she brings up the cat, it's like it's not what it's about. But if you've ever had a moment where you've had to say goodbye to somebody who's going, it's like you can sometimes say things that seem superficial, but they are like a metaphor for so much more, I guess. It was like such a painful, horrible moment. And I think this was like almost another phase, like another level up of their relationship. I think when you get to a stage where you almost lose somebody, it was a sad day. And I remember purposely trying to really keep myself in the zone that day, working to a place where I felt like I could just be in the moment of saying the truth of saying goodbye to the person you love more than anyone in the world, and how horrible that is. This was a hard day, but it's a great scene.
Great scene though, yeah.
So you know what's fun about this scene? It was the end of the day. We were super pressed for time, and there was 2 alternate endings, and we shot both, and we didn't know which one they were going to pick for the edit. Ending with a clearer response, and then there's a ending being interrupted.
Look how nice that shot is.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Visually.
Waverly's just lost her father. Like, there's so much. That's what I love about this show. It's like every scene, there's so much going on. And I got to pick that middle name, which really backfired, but we'll talk about that later.
And I really, really hate this ring.
I remember having such a hard time with how to play that line because it's such a beautiful moment, and I didn't want the line to come across as crass or not in the pocket of the moment. I remember feeling really unsatisfied with this scene because I didn't know which ending they were going to pick, and I didn't know how it was going to play. Not unsatisfied with the scene, but I wanted to know so badly. I wanted more clarity for the characters. I remember also feeling sad that their engagement or version of was not filled with more joy, I guess. Like there was so much pain present in the moment, but also that much more beautiful for the pain, because it's not just a celebration, like it's an acknowledgement that life is scary and hard and real and all of those things, and you can't run away from that. So best to walk into the fire like together in a way. Beautiful scene, beautifully written.
Mister, I am a weapon. It's me.
Ooh,
I haven't seen it. I'll tell you that. I can already tell you I've never seen it.
This is this year. Wait a second.
Never seen this. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
See, the shears did not fail you. Well, maybe this will.
Not her.
It's not her. It's Eve.
Not, this is her. This is Wynonna, but Doc thinks it's not.
But Doc
because
thinks it's
he
Eve.
already dealt with the not Wynonna.
The woman that I care deeply for.
Just say it.
You are a fraud.
Such a good call out.
It's a great fear of rejection in the sense of not even just rejection, of her not loving him back. I think that the man's been through a lot, but I don't think he can handle that. So he's scared.
Oh man.
I swore to protect Waverly.
Hollywood. Oh yeah.
Woo! Nothing like a backlit kiss and a hat.
Paulo Barsman, huh? Not bad.
A little crane action.
Yeah.
This show hits a sweet spot. I've never worked on a project where you can swing from crying to laughing, so quickly. Every episode is just like gift upon gift of like, okay, so now you're possessed, and now you're a vampire, and now you're, there's just like so many gifts. But within all the crazy of this world, I'm constantly amazed at how true the tone is in the realness of the emotion. This was a great reminder of that.
Boom. What she said.